If you're still thinking about society in terms of cliches like liberal or conservative or left or right, then you are still circling the low-level algorithms of the old civilization. Today, I will use physical logicalism to format all these false propositions. One big government or small government? The essence of the dispute between the Austrian and Keynesian schools is a dynamic game of supply and demand. When the market is oversupplied, the public needs a small government with less stewardship and more options through full competition. When supply is less than demand, the public needs a big government with expanded power to increase individual bargaining power. Essentially, government is not an altar. It is just a resource scheduling algorithm. The switching of large and small governments is a system optimization carried out by the public in order to maximize their own quality and energy benefits. To non-illegal immigration, yes or no? System load audit. Borders are the firewall of the system, and illegal immigration is an unauthorized load. Total acceptance will definitely increase the entropy of the system and ultimately destroy the stability. State institutions should have absolute quality audit power, retain high-yielding individuals, and deport them to society as a burden. Out of humanity, we offer a second option, the restricted contract mode. Establish state-run factories that offer wages far higher than in their home countries, but below the local average, and force stranded people to work. In physical logic, there is no free transfer of resources. If you refuse to produce and refuse to leave, you are a physical invasion of sovereignty. Through your identity politics and family responsibilities, sovereign boundaries and creator responsibilities. The base color of morality is interest, and its essence is to protect the interests of the majority of the public from infringement. All ethical standards adhere to this principle, and there are no ethical standards that do not protect anyone's interests. This also means that no one should make moral judgments about behavior that does not produce negative externalities, that is, does not cause harm to the interests of others, no matter whether it is same-sex marriage, gender diversity, or open relationships that impact traditional families. As long as they do not encroach on public resources, they are purely individual sovereignty, and outsiders have no right to interfere. But I want to focus on reckoning with the right-wing hypocritical bastards represented by Musk. As children of transgender people, their genes, hardware, and growth environment software are all provided by their parents. Before they become financially independent, the child's thinking direction, based on the first two, is entirely at the helm of the parents. Musk, if you believe that being transgender is a wrong choice, then you should admit that you were the primary culprit in making that mistake. If you don't even have as much influence on your children as the so-called awakening trend, then you are an incompetent, failed, and irresponsible jerk father. Parents who share Musk's views should first admit their gross mistakes and seek forgiveness from their children. Until then, you are not qualified to care about the mental health of strangers' children on the platform of public opinion. For abortion, exploitative forced labor. Damn conservative hillbillies. Why is women's abortion rights still a major political issue in the 21st century? Well, the logic is simple. If you cannot physically ensure that a child who is forcibly produced has the qualities needed to survive, then denying the right to abortion is a malicious systemic default. This kind of decision, whether it is from the perspective of cold interests or under the vague traditional moral concept, is a terrible disaster for the child, the mother, and the society. As for religion, existence is interference. If a deity can only interfere with the information in your head, it cannot independently have any influence on the external physical world, then there is only one possibility of this deity. He is an illusion made up by you or some group for self-comfort or other purposes, and does not exist in the real world. 5. Expansive religion, an information firewall. We have to build a new civilizational consensus that the coercion of religious dogma is strictly forbidden to cross the skin of the individual. You can persuade, but you can't force. Any attempt to force the publicization of private beliefs through legislative or violent means should be considered a systemic virus. For viruses, there is only one way to handle logic: physical isolation, or even complete destruction. 6. Taxes and benefits. The genetic lottery and intergenerational settlement. We acknowledge the claims of the right that the wealth gap is a manifestation of the disparity in computing power. A second of Tesla is indeed worth more than a lifetime of mediocrity. But the truth is that the Tesla's high computing power is not due to their own effort, but to their victory in the genetic lottery random probability. 99% of individuals with low computing power are doomed to stay at the upper limit of the public level in this life. When they leave the mother body, this is obviously not the fault of those with low computing power, nor should it be the proud capital of those with high computing power. This is just a simple problem of probability. Asterisk the essence of welfare, not charity, but a steady state maintenance fee paid by high yielders to maintain system stability and prevent it from being violently formatted by the majority. The reckoning of taxes, the excessively progressive personal income tax system that prevails in mainstream countries, is a classic example of majority violence for high yielders, punishing genius and stifling the drive for civilization. The ultimate solution: maintain the tax incentives for those with low computing power and eliminate the tax penalties for those with high computing power. But inheritance taxes of up to 99% will be levied on heirs who cannot prove their worth. Those who inherit assets that far exceed the upper limit of disposable income. For middle-class families, wealth is the reward for high productivity, and the ability and willingness to create high productivity do not stabilize inheritance. Let the creator become the monarch of quality while alive, but return the resources to the system after death. This is the only physical solution that combines evolutionary dynamics with probabilistic fairness. Conclusion: so far, all the left-right disputes in today's society have been completely deconstructed by me. As for the remaining fallacies, I have physically shattered them in previous videos. The old world is logically bankrupt. Welcome to the age of physical logicism.